Good evening and welcome to Game Time on Your View. Tonight's high school game of the week comes to you from Scottsdale, where the Saguaro Sabercats host the Liberty Patriots of Henderson, Nevada. Hello everybody, Chris Harris here along with three-time Super Bowl champion and former Dallas Cowboy Dale Hellestray, and we are so happy to be bringing you the 37th season of Arizona high school football right here on Your View. And tonight we have a rematch of a big game played last year in Nevada.
Yeah, it is. Saguaro traveled up there, played this same Liberty team, and for the only time in Jason Mond's career here at Saguaro, he said they were non-competitive. They're looking forward to tonight.
Now, Liberty's a team they're trying to get out from underneath the shadow of national powerhouse Bishop Gorman. In the last 7 years, the Patriots have been in the state finals 3 times, the semifinals 4 times, losing to Bishop Gorman on 6 of those occasions. But head coach Rich Morocco is hoping this is the year they break through.
Well, if you're going to measure up to Bishop Gorman, they're one of the elite programs in the country. Liberty is gaining on them. Coach Morocco doing a fantastic job winning double-digit games in every year of his career at Liberty other than the first season.
Defensively, one of the leaders for Liberty is senior linebacker Kyle Beaudry, who was a second-team All-State selection last season.
Yeah, he is, and he's committed to the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. He's 11th ranked player in Nevada, the top linebacker. Look for him around the football a lot tonight.
The Saguaro Sabercats have been an absolute juggernaut here in Arizona. They've won a state record 5 straight state titles, 10 in the last 12 years. They won their season opener last week at Poston Butte, and they are looking poised to hoist the gold ball once again under their head coach, Jason Mons.
Jason Mons has just done a fantastic job here at Saguaro. You talk about the state championships. You talk about the number of players that go on to play at the college level, 41 Division I players. This is a place you want to come if you want to play high-level football right now here in Scottsdale.
And along those lines, the Sabercats have so many big-time players. It's hard to pick just one to highlight. We'll go junior outside linebacker Damian Sellers, an All-Arizona performer last year who has big-time offers from Alabama, amongst others.
He's a 4-star recruit. Last season, he had to sit out the first 5 games, but he's freakishly athletic. He can get after the passer. He'll be fun to watch tonight coming off the edge for the Sabercats.
All right, when we come back, we'll have the keys to tonight's game between the Saguaro Sabercats and Liberty Patriots. You're watching Game Time on Your View.
Game Time high school football coverage on Your View is sponsored by Arizona Automotive Institute. Turn your dreams into reality with career training from AAI. By Circle K. It's time for a Circle K Polar Pop timeout. Your cup, your rules. Valle Luna, proud supporter of scholar athletes in Arizona. And by Smash Burger, the new way to burger. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.
Coming back to school is a big decision, but at AAI, we're with you every step of the way.
We offer career-focused education, and we work with you from the day you enroll through graduation
To help you reach the ultimate goal of moving into the career you deserve.
Don't be afraid to try something new, to try something different. You will set an example for your family, for your children. It's never too late to start a new career.
Check us out at aai.edu.
Or call now and come visit our campus.
What is Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas? We are a true Arizona original, serving carefully prepared, authentic Sonoran-style cuisine since 1983. We are time-honored family recipes using only the freshest ingredients. Good fun, a family place, a gathering place. We are happy faces and happy hours. We are your new favorite neighborhood hangout. Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas.
Welcome, everybody. Scottsdale, Arizona, the Your View Arizona game of the week. The Liberty Patriots from Henderson, Nevada will be taking on the Saguaro Sabercats, the 5-time defending state champions in the 4A ranks. As we head out now to center field. Captain's meeting and the coin toss. It'll be Liberty in the all-white uniforms, Saguaro, black jerseys, and the gold pants. Chris Harris here with you, along with Dale Hellestray.
If you guys have any questions at all, just approach us and talk to us like men, okay? Talk to us and we'll talk to you back. Hey, you guys are visitors, home. You got the
Listening to the coin toss here.
That's heads, that's tails. What are you gonna call? Tails? Okay, we'll let it go to the ground, okay? It is a heads, you've won the toss. What do you want to do? You want to defer? Okay. Saguaro has won. They have chosen to defer. And which way do you want to kick?
So Liberty will receive the ball to start tonight's game. And
stay right here with the umpire.
let's now take a look, Dale, at our keys to tonight's game.
You see the coach of Saguaro there, Jason Mons, roaming the sidelines. I think both teams need to establish the run. Jason Mons talked about how important that was. Play physical. I think Saguaro was caught off guard a little bit last year. And then, as in any big game, you need to be able to limit turnovers because that gives your opponent shorter fields and more possessions.
In talking with Liberty head coach Rich Morocco, he said they are about pounding the ball here tonight. They return 4 of 5 starters on their offensive line, and you touched on the Sabercats. And last week against Post and Butte, Saguaro, they ran for 325 yards, 5 touchdowns on the ground, but Dale, they averaged 17 yards a carry.
Yeah, Saguaro can run the football, the run-pass option, better known as the RPOs. They run them as well as anybody in Arizona. You talk about up front, both teams with strong physical offensive linemen. You got a little more youth on Saguaro's side, but you look over at Liberty, from left to right, you have Yates at 275, Veha 250, Taisi 305 at center, Maluia 270 pounds at right guard, and Fatanu 6'5", 275 pounds at right tackle. You don't see those size of offensive linemen in 4A football in Arizona, so I think it's going to be a great test for the Sabercat football team. And Jason Mons talks about playing these tough schools, and I always ask these coaches that do play out-of-state teams that are ranked nationally, it's your choice. You win a state championship, you get to choose whether you want to put the record on the ring or not.
Is that number 1?
But what it does, it really sets you up for the rest of the season when you play against teams like this.
By the way, I don't want to gloss over this. Nice job pronunciations of the names there for Liberty.
I have no idea if they were right or wrong, and all the parents that are back in Liberty, Nevada watching, please forgive me if I do butcher a name. I would forgive you if you mispronounced Hellestray.
Tell you what, they're a mouthful, no doubt about it. And back to receive for the Patriots will be Cervantes White. He's a track guy, ran a 10.9 meters. And to kick it off for Saguaro is the junior kicker, Parker Lewis. And he is already committed, plays college ball at USC. And we are set to get going here. And we are underway here at Saguaro High School. And the kick will be fielded by White. Works the left side, has room. He's got some speed. Nice job there, though, by Brandon Shivers to force him out of bounds near the 30-yard line. That's where the Patriots offense will take over.
You can already see the explosiveness of Liberty. They've got the athletes that Saguaro has. They've got the size that Saguaro has. Looks like the rosters are maybe about the same. Liberty looks like they have a few more players, and we'll see their mode of attack here offensively.
And here's your Arizona Automotive Institute starting lineups for tonight. Turn your dreams into reality with career training from AAI. And we got a first-year quarterback now for the Patriots in Noah Faoa. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. And that Saguaro Sabercat defense swarms to the ball. To make the stop with the carry was Austin Fiaseo.
Well, the center's helmet, Taisi, came off. I'm pretty sure they're playing by Arizona rules. You have to come out for a play when your helmet comes off. You're looking at this Liberty team. They're wanting to run the ball and impose their will on this Sabercat defense.
You just saw the numbers there on the quarterback, Noah Faoa. The junior, 6'2", 221. He's a big boy back there taking the snaps for the Patriots. He fires it down the sidelines, looking for his receiver. David Elder hauls it in, but he was out of bounds. Take a look now at the defensive starters for the Saguaro Sabercats, and this unit just might be the best in the state once they get all their transfers eligible the second half of the season. But here's a look at what we have here for tonight.
Yeah, and they're missing a couple defensive guys that will join them midway through the season, and maybe their second or third best defensive player, Clayton Randall, an all-around linebacker, but you see the lineup there.
Yeah, you mentioned Randall. He's accepted a scholarship to go to the Air Force Academy, where he's going to play not only football, but baseball as well. Great all-around athlete. Third down. And Swirl, they said to come up with the ball, and they did. Connor Soley comes away with the ball.
Looks like they're ruling it down, the line judge. Obviously, we get the benefit of looking at replay. See if that ball came out. Hard to tell from that angle.
Looked like Soley was trying to rip it away. Question is, was the knee down?
Had a pretty good angle on it there, was very decisive in his call. Still fourth down.
Swirl head coach looking to call a timeout, finally gets it.
Well, it's always interesting early in football season. You know, everybody talks about the grind of the NFL preseason, 4 games, and can't wait till the regular season comes. And still, first game of the year, there's some mistakes. This second game of the year for Saguaro. Special teams going to be really, really important. Only 10 guys out on the field. Have to use a timeout here early in the first quarter. But some of these mistakes you're going to expect at the high school and even college level.
And for Liberty, this is their first game of the season. And talking with Coach Morocco, they hit the road about 6:45 last night. Pulled in at about 12:30. Got a nice night of sleep, had some breakfast, and they did a walkthrough in the parking lot of their hotel to get ready for tonight's game.
Well, I think it's nice that these schools get to go up, spend the night. I guess if I'm a Liberty kid, I'd like to get in a little bit earlier. But again, you keep them focused on the football game that way.
So Liberty set to punt. The fair catch is called. And it's Connor Soley, who plays just about everywhere for the Sabercat team, and Swirl will take over from their own 30-yard line. Connor Soley, middle linebacker, plays some running back, special teams guy. And now take a look at the starting lineup for the Sabercats.
Big offensive line up front for Saguaro as well. New quarterback for them this year.
And the handoff by Beverett, Tyler Beverett to Israel Benjamin. Short pickup. And there is that new quarterback, Dale. Tyler Beverett, the junior, taking over for Max Massengale. Had such a decorated career leading the way for the Sabercats. Beverett now taking over.
Great decision maker. You see 8 of 9 last week. Handed the ball off when it needed to be handed off. Threw the ball when he saw fit.
Another handoff to Benjamin. Look at that swarming defense there by Liberty coming up with the stop.
We talked about that offensive line for Saguaro. You know, they go 270, 270, 280, 295, 255 from left to right. You see the Liberty Patriots defense. They're pretty big up front too, and they've got athletes behind them.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Beverett rolling to his right, looking downfield, dumps it off. Looks like Benjamin, but how about that defense there by Liberty? Making the stop right there was Austin Fiaseo, the senior, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, the defensive line, they got pressure last year. They were able to blitz because they shut down the run. Coach Mons and his staff obviously wanted to take care of that in this football game. Then conversely, look at Liberty. They say, hey, our defensive line needs to get pressure so they don't have to blitz.
So each defense stepping up big to start this game. Parker Lewis back to punt for the Sabercats. And Cervantes White is just going to let it bounce, and a friendly roll there for Lewis. Going to go inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. A 51-yard punt for Parker Lewis. Flipping the field there for the Sabercats.
Nice job covering that punt. That's a long snapper. Good snap and hustling down under the punt. You don't ever want to let the ball hit the ground on a punt. McCade Siegel able to down the ball.
You can appreciate that, huh?
I don't know if I was ever the first one down there.
You couldn't get down there quick enough?
No, I got in other people's way, so I just hung back.
Patriots take over from their own 18. Handoff left side, that Sabercat defensive front coming up big. It's going to be a gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Going to be interesting to watch how this game unfolds. Who can have more patience if, in fact, you're just going to continue to run the football? Special teams isn't coming to play a little bit more. Which quarterback's going to be the first one to maybe take a chance because of frustration?
Eight minutes remaining here, opening quarter. Liberty Patriots from Henderson, Nevada, taking on Saguaro Sabercats. Handoff left side. Nice job once again by Saguaro. We got a flag come flying in at the end of the play. Just look at Damian Sellers there, number 6, who we highlighted before the kickoff.
A lot of emotions before the game.
Hey.
And the officials timeout on the field. Yeah, things got a little chippy before the game got going.
Well, and Jason Mons talked about last year going up to Liberty, and the Liberty football team talking a little bit more than Saguaro's ever heard before, and he's not sure if that got them off the game or not, but they were absolutely prepared for it this year.
So as we wait here for the calls, the officials continue to meet. And Dale, we touched on the success of Saguaro over the years. We get the officials' call here.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Defense. Number 46. Dead ball. Personal foul. Offense. Number 75. Those penalties offset. Still. Check it down.
And our referee tonight, Jake Gustafson, with the explanation there. The umpire, Rob McKinley. Head linesman, Justin Wilcox. Line judge, Brian Hastings. And the back judge, Todd Whitlinger. These are your officials here for tonight.
Following in the footsteps of Ed Hockley with the biceps, and
he's wearing that he's wearing that Schmedium shirt.
Well, he looks good in it.
He fills it out pretty well, is what you're saying. 3rd and 5 now for Liberty after the penalties were sorted out. First down for the Patriots. The ball's on the ground. And they're going to give the catch. Pulling it in, number 19, Byron Villoria, the junior wide receiver. And that moves the chains for the Patriots.
Just a quick little option route on the inside. Go the opposite way of the linebackers. Make sure you're past the first down chains. Catch the football, pick up the first down.
That'll be a confidence boost for the quarterback, Faoa. And he comes out firing again. Pass is complete once again. This time hauling it in is Zandon Shim, the senior wide receiver.
Well, great coverage by Will Schaefer there from Saguaro, the junior. Just better execution by Liberty. Able to pick up about 3 yards, brings up second down.
And Will Schaefer is filling in for Clay Randall at middle linebacker, who he touched on earlier. Out with the pinched nerve injury in his right bicep. He is week to week for the Sabercats. 2nd and 7. Up the middle with the carry is number 30, and that is Zyrus Fiaseo, the sophomore running back. And this guy is the real deal. He's already got offers from Oregon, Nebraska, as well as UNLV. He is one of the nation's highest rated prospects for the class of 2021.
6 foot, 210 pounds. He's only a sophomore, but you can see how physical he runs, lowers his shoulders, and is going to fall forward with every carry.
He led the team last year as a freshman with 562 yards on the ground. Coach Morocco's hoping he gets about 10 or 15 carries here tonight as they feed him once again. Check out the locks there, Dale. A little jealous? He's got some flow going there.
Yeah, I'm not jealous of that, but you take a look at the physicality up front. That offensive line coming out, double teaming down. They're running counter, pulling the backside guard, and the H-back. And Saguaro, really nice job being physical at the point of attack. When you have two strong physical offensive linemen coming at you, you're able to stand up to that. Really nice job.
So we saw Fiaseo's helmet come off, so he has to sit out a play as the Patriots punt it away. Getting the nice roll, goes inside the 20. A 41-yard punt by Dylan Fedor, who is also the kicker for the Patriots.
Now, whenever the punts hit the artificial turf, you have a tendency to get big bounces like that. Now, that ball was punted so low, almost impossible to come up and catch it. So we're now getting ready for their second series.
Tyler Beverett, we touched on it, the junior. He's already got an offer from Indiana, drawing some interest from Stanford, Oklahoma, ASU, Oregon, amongst others. Handed off up the middle. With the carries, Israel Benjamin.
A top tackle by Maya, the 6 foot, 230 pound sophomore, physical at the point of attack. I mean, the size of these young men is just absolutely astonishing.
You mentioned he's a sophomore. He started every game last year as a freshman. He's also one of the top wrestlers in the state of Nevada. 2nd and 6. Beverett gets it away, penalty flag down. Will Schaefer with the catch. Nice pickup, and let's see if the play stands. Will Schaefer playing both sides, little tight end, middle linebacker, and looking at the reaction of Schaefer. Looks like it's going to be against Saguaro.
Trying to set up a screen.
Illegal shift on the offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still, second down.
And obviously it seems like yards are going to be hard to come by into tonight's game. And you see the motion, and kind of hard to see where the illegal shift was there, but nice gain now called back.
And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 12. Beverett and shotgun. Hands it off to Israel Benjamin. Nice little move there. Put his foot in the ground. Able to pick up some of those yards back. Now Benjamin, he's got a 4.77 GPA. He's got 4 AP classes and 1 honors class.
Well, he's a 5'10" running back who kind of gets in behind those offensive linemen who are 6'3", 6'4", and sometimes kind of hard to see him.
3rd down and about 7 for the Sabercats.
A lot of times with these no-huddle offenses, you'll have a freeze play, see if you can get the defense to jump off sides. Liberty, very disciplined.
Beverett fires across the middle over the outstretched hands of the intended receiver, Matt Polk, the 6'4", 192-pound junior. It's going to bring a 4th down for Saguaro.
It's a tall quarterback throwing to a tall receiver, both juniors on a crossing route. Had to get it up in the air because there's coverage underneath, and pretty good protection up front by this offensive line. Difficult throw to try and complete against that defense. A nice job by Liberty forcing the second Saguaro punt.
And Cervantes White back to return for the Patriots, and he's parked at his own 45. So Liberty looking to get some excellent field position as Sabercats are trying to get their special teams squared away, and they've got to burn a timeout here. They didn't have all their personnel out there for the punt, so Saguaro uses their 2nd timeout here of the half.
Well, I think I misspoke earlier in the game. I thought both rosters were about the same size. I think some of those white jerseys were hiding in the stands because they've got 2 completely different platoons over there for Liberty.
We talk about Jason Mons and his success here at Saguaro. You look at the numbers, Dale. They are impressive.
You know, that bottom number, 76 players with college scholarships, sat down with him on Wednesday and visited. You know, the 5-star guys, the Ringos of the world, and, you know, you're going to catch up with Christian Kirk and DJ Foster at halftime. Those guys, you and I could get recruited. I'm always more impressed when these coaches around the valley are able to find schools for the guys who are tweeners to go to.
And the punt is blocked by Liberty. It is scooped up, and on the return, taking it back for the touchdown for the Patriots, Cyrus Fiaseo, the sophomore. Scoop and score. Liberty is on the board.
Looks like Liberty came with pressure to Saguaro's right and unblocked off the edge. And you can tell teams that work on blocking punts and teams that don't, hands down low, take the ball off the punter's foot. Looks like Liberty spent some time doing that. And we talked about, hey, if it's going to be a slugfest, a lot of punt, a lot of special teams. Big plays and special teams going to win this football game.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 30 on the offense. 15-yard penalty. Where are we enforcing? It'll be enforced on the kickoff.
So the guy who picked up the ball and took it in for the score, Cyrus Fiaseo, gets called for the penalty. Now, last year in this game, Fiaseo returned a punt 55 yards for a touchdown, and here he returns the block punt for a score. So he's had some big moments in the 2 games here against Saguaro. Fedor, the extra point is good. So the Patriots strike first. The block punt picked up, return for the touchdown. And with 3:17 remaining here in the first quarter, Liberty leading Saguaro by a score of 7-0 as we now time to take a Circle K Polar Pop timeout. Your cup, your rules. We'll be right back.
You're watching Game Time on YourView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YourView.com.
Hey Arizona, Circle K is home of the 89-cent any-size Polar Pop Foam Cup. Fill up the cup that stays cold longer with your favorite flavor and enjoy all day long. You can get any size Polar Pop Foam Cup for just 89 cents every day. That's right, any size Polar Pop Foam Cup for just 89 cents. Head to Circle K now and get a Polar Pop Cup and so much more. Only at Circle K.
Tonight's Game Time starting lineups are brought to you by Arizona Automotive Institute. Turn your dreams into reality with career training from AAI. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.
Welcome back, everybody. Game Time on Your View, Arizona. 3:17 remaining first quarter. Liberty leading Saguaro 7-0. And the touchdown comes on a special teams play.
Yeah, it does. It looks like you come on touch from the left side, Saguaro. Able to get your hands out, knock the ball down, calm, cool, and collected. And 3 or 4 Sabercats with a chance to make the tackle, but really nice job of avoiding them and getting into the end zone.
And it's the Fiaseo brothers combining for the touchdown. It was the older brother, Austin, the senior, with the block, and the younger brother, Zyrus, with the scoop and score.
Well, and that's 2 times now you've seen Saguaro have to use timeouts for special teams. Guys not on the field. Big game, sometimes your emotions get a hold of you and you're not concentrating on the little things. You take care of the little things, the big things take care of themselves.
So set to kick it away will be Dylan Fedor, the junior.
Well, remember kicking off from the 25-yard line after the unsportsmanlike conduct after the touchdown. Saguaro should come up with pretty good field position.
You can see the returners are up close to the 20-yard lines. Fedor, big kick hauled in by Connor Soley. Plenty of room to run, working the right side, almost breaks the tackle. Gets brought down just shy of the 40-yard line. You saw Soley picking up some steam, and he can run as well. He finished 5th in the state in 100 meters this past spring.
Really nice job catching the ball over his shoulders after a great kickoff. He's got a full head of steam, and as you said, really nice job there with a great shoulder tackle was Trey Kane, the junior, 5'7", 165 pounds from Liberty.
There's a good look at Connor Soley. Can be playing college ball at ASU. He's verbally committed to the Sun Devils. Saguaro, first 2 drives of the game, they've accumulated a total of 9 yards. Liberty's defensive front comes up with a nice stop here. And Tyler Beverett is 1 of 2 for -1 yards so far. Making the stop there for the Patriots, Derek Agatono, the senior defensive end.
5'11", 275 pounds, athletic, physical, tough to move off the ball as you see the bodies of those 3 down linemen for Liberty.
Just over 2.5 minutes remaining here, opening quarter. Beverett in shotgun. He finds Matt Holt, trying to find some room to run, but coming up to make the tackle is Dante Bowers.
Well, Bowers can get credit for it, but the play was made by Toa Tai. The outside linebacker, 6 foot, 190-pound junior, number 21 for Liberty, came up, got in between the offensive linemen, able to slow up everybody and allow his teammates to get over there and get in on the tackle.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Dump off there, Israel Benjamin cuts it back inside. He gets marked out of bounds, though he stepped out on that sideline. And it's going to be a pickup of a couple, but it's going to bring up 4th down for the Sabercats.
Again, another screen, expecting a blitz. Pretty clear call. Game of inches. That foot stays in ground, they get the 1st down. Now brings up another 4th down, and you just had a punt blocked.
Parker Lewis standing at his own 27-yard line. White back to return. Lewis gets it away this time. A low kick. It's going to give White an opportunity for the return. Working that left side, picks up some blocks, cuts it back down the left side. Penalty flag on the play. Parker Lewis, the punter, does a terrific job of coming over to make the tackle. But there's a penalty flag down back at the Liberty 40-yard line.
Well, I think White actually saw that flag out of the corner of his eye, and you know that's always going to be an illegal block, so he just kind of shut it down. Otherwise, I think you'd have seen another burst out of him. And I think there might be 2 flags on the play. I think I saw a blindside block back on the 40-yard line, and then an illegal block on the other 40-yard line.
Jake Gustafson talking it over with his team. Let's see what they come up with.
44. Hey, drop.
Work with a hot mic there.
Yeah, be careful what you say.
There are multiple fouls on the play, 1 on each team. We have a blindside block on the offense. That's going to be 15 yards from the spot of the foul. We have an illegal shift on the offense. That penalty is declined. Liberty will keep the ball, first down.
And sometimes you wonder why there's so much conversation. See if we see the blindside block.
Looked like it was early on in the replay here.
Top of the screen, yeah, blindside and clip there by number 44 for the Liberty Patriots.
That would be Luke Tumalatai. So that brings the ball back to the Patriot 25-yard line. That's where their offense will take over. Talking with Liberty head coach Rich Morocco about the quarterback, Noah Faoa. Transferred in from Hawaii, and he got the start because of his experience where he started last year in Hawaii. He does a great job of making his reads. And even though it's his first year at the school, he's really been a great leader for this team.
Well, another late flag coming in. A little slant route there. Good coverage by Brandon Shivers, the junior. Senior, 6'1", 190 pounds.
Shivers, he's committed to play at San Diego State next year.
See who the flag's on. Again, an emotional pre-game here as these two going at it.
No foul on the play.
It's going to upset somebody. It's going to upset somebody, one sideline or the other, because they obviously thought it was on the other team. But at the end of the day, you got to keep your emotions in check. Play physical, but play smart.
Pass is intercepted. Connor Soley looking to take it all the way back, and he will. Touchdown, Sabercats. Connor Soley, the senior, with the pick six.
Really nice job. They talk about the athleticism, nose for the ball for Soley. Goes up high as Faoa tries to drop it in over his head, and Soley, only 6'1", 200-pound senior, able to get up in the air and able to come down with the football. Then he had a caravan into the end zone.
A 36-yard return for the touchdown for Connor Soley. A pick six. He had 5 interceptions last season, which led the team. And the Sabercats are now an extra point away from tying this one up.
Kind of interesting. I wonder why it took so long for Liberty's field goal block team to get out on the field.
First game for Liberty, second game of the season for Saguaro. Still trying to work out some of the kinks, I guess. And we got Parker Lewis picking the ball up off the ground. Extra point No good.
Little seam route. You can see him try and drop it over the linebacker. Very tight window. Then he gets a caravan ahead of him as Will Schaefer leads the way.
Connor Soley showing that athleticism, and then after that, showing the wheels as well. Touchdown earlier. Finished 5th in the state in the spring in the 100 meters. Ran an 11.1. He was also part of the 4x100 meter relay team, which won the state championship.
Schaefer taking on Maluia, 270 pounds, and Schaefer taking one for the team, opening up that hole to the end zone.
William Schaefer starting both ways tonight, middle linebacker as well as offensively. As a wide receiver. So 7-6, Liberty with the lead, 1:15 remaining here, opening quarter. Chris Harris here along with Dale Hellestray. So glad you could join us here. Game time on Your View. And how about this, Dale? 3 guys back to return for Liberty. Lewis boots it away. Making the catch, but tripping and falling down is David Elder. So the great kick there by Parker Lewis. The Sabercats catch a break here.
Pretty good kick. You see his feet get caught up. Elder, obviously a dynamic playmaker, athletic. That's not going to happen to him very often. Very fortuitous for the Saguaro Sabercat football team, as now Liberty will start with the ball on the 4-yard line.
So let's see if the Sabercats could take advantage. Liberty pinned deep in their own territory as the Patriot offense comes out. They're going to start from their own 4-yard line.
It'll be interesting to see if they go back to running the football, which they did for most of the first quarter. In that last drive, threw the ball on every down.
Just over a minute remaining here, opening quarter. Handoff with the carry is going to be Cyrus Fiaseo. Will Schaefer showing some nice sportsmanship there, helping him up.
Yeah, after he took him down very rudely. Schaefer, a big hitter, 215 pounds. Remember, he's only a junior. Saw him on the sidelines before the game. All these kids built like they're a lot older than they actually are.
You can easily see them looking like they're ready for college ball already, a lot of these guys. 2nd and 5, just over 30 seconds remain, opening quarter. Handoff, just getting tripped up. He tried to get a burst there through the line of scrimmage. It's going to be Fiaseo again. And look at those flowing locks. They cover his entire jersey number on the back.
This team loves to run power. They love to run counter. Those guards fairly athletic. And just a physical brand of football. Be surprised if they don't continue this mode of attack.
That's what Coach Morocco led on to. They were planning on just being a ground and pound team here tonight. And it's Elder with the carry this time.
Very tight splits with the offensive line. Coming off the football angles onside, pulling those big guys on the backside and looking for contact.
As the clock winds down, we are through 1 quarter here. And it is the Liberty Patriots from Henderson, Nevada. They lead the Saguaro Sabercats by a score of 7-6. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona. The 2nd quarter when we come back.
High school football on Your View is sponsored by
Smashburger, the new way to burger.
At Cox, we work with local businesses every day to help dreams become reality. We proudly recognize Michelle Cruz, owner of La Belladonna Florist. La Belladonna Florist has served the Douglas area for many years and are committed to providing great customer service, the finest floral arrangements, and much more. They always go the extra mile to make your floral gift perfect. Cox congratulates Michelle and other Latina businesswomen whose entrepreneur spirit and determination enhance our community.
What is Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas? We are a true Arizona original, serving carefully prepared, authentic Sonoran-style cuisine since 1983. We are time-honored family recipes using only the freshest ingredients. Good fun, a family place, a gathering place. We are happy faces and happy hours. We are your new favorite neighborhood hangout. Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas.
Welcome back to Game Time on Your View, Arizona. Here at Saguaro High School in Scottsdale. Things are starting to cool off apparently out there, huh, Dale?
It's not too bad. It's not too bad for a August evening in the Valley of the Sun.
Second quarter underway. Liberty leading Saguaro 7-6. Ball is loose, but they are marking him down. Schaefer picked it up, took it in the end zone, but the officials marked him down.
Both these teams really good. Guys fighting for extra yardage. One or two guys hold them up. Third guy in, rip the ball out. You see this, nice job there, holding them up and then getting back in there. And a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought. Is that knee down as the ball is coming out? I think in super slow motion you could say, yes, it was coming loose. Naked eye a little bit more difficult, I believe.
That was Nate Holt, the senior, with the stop and strip. Looked like the ball got loose, but the officials said otherwise. And a shot down the field, throwing a strike. With the catch is David Elder as he continues to fight for more yardage. How about that? So it's Noah Faoa, a 41-yard strike to David Elder.
What a throw by Faoa. I mean, he steps back, guns this, a seam route. Looked like it was almost double coverage. Shivers. And also number 12, Brian DeBoard right there. And we've talked about David Elder making up maybe a little bit for falling down on the 4-yard line, but what a big play from this Liberty offense.
You touched on it, Dale. David Elder, dynamic playmaker, showing it right there. Handoff. Another nice pickup on the right side by Zyrus Fiaseo. So a nice job there offensively by Liberty. They take the shot down the field. That opens up the running game a little bit more.
I'm not sure what formation you would call it, but it was a big eye, and had Derek Atono lined up at fullback, being awful physical.
Nice job there by Will Schaefer, stopping Ezra Tomhoon, the sophomore, from picking up the first down. So it's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Patriots after the stop by Schaefer.
Talk about that first quarter, both defenses swore 13 yards of offense, no first downs. Liberty 44 yards and 2 first downs. Special teams played a big part, and obviously the turnover by Liberty.
3rd and 2. Handoff to the up back, and it's going to depend on the spot, whether it's a first down or not. There's just a pile of mass down there. Big bodies.
Well, what you got to remember is that's number 95. He's 5'11", 275 pounds. He was the lead back on the previous play. This time he got the football.
look like they're going to mark him just a little bit short.
And that was Derek Agatono on the carry. 4th and 1. Patriots going to go for it from Saguaro 27-yard line. The toss, the first down for Liberty. Fiaseo picks it up for the Patriots. And that Liberty offensive line continues to do some work.
See the kick out there. I mean, that is just very physical. Agatono, lead block, and then physical downhill running. Saguaro doing a really nice job standing up to the physicality of this Liberty Patriot offense.
And this will be the 10th play of the drive for Liberty, the longest of the evening. Fiaseo takes the pitch once again, and there's that Sabercat defense coming up to make the stop. There's Damian Sellers in on the tackle, along with some others.
It's just so hard when you have a 275, 280-pound guy coming at you. He's 5'11", so he has leverage on you, too. He's coming to kick you out. But as I said, tip your cap to the Sabercat defense for standing in there and making it difficult to run the football. That time they tried to kick out Damian Sellers.
And we're going to have a timeout on the field by Liberty with 7:32 remaining. Now, these two teams we touched on off the top, Dale, they met last year at Liberty, and it was the Patriots getting the win 51-20. And talking with head coach Jason Mons of Saguaro, he said they were embarrassed last year. He thought the kids thought that they were on vacation. And the Patriots came out and just handed it to them.
Well, the only non-competitive game of his tenure there, but I think it, in the end, ended up being a good thing for this Sabercat football team.
Well, here are tonight's Valle Luna Mexican Restaurant Scholar Athletes of the game. Valle Luna, proud supporters of Scholar Athletes in Arizona. Victor Epstein from Liberty has a 4.0 GPA, plays basketball and runs track in addition to football for the Patriots. Clayton Randall of Saguaro has a 4.03 GPA, plays baseball and football and volunteers at Scottsdale Bible Church. Miracle League did a blanket drive for a homeless shelter as well. So congratulations to these two young men. Love to see these guys doing things besides playing football.
Right at the snap, false start. Offense, number 81. 5-yard penalty, still, second down.
Well, there's nothing that drives you crazier as a football coach than a wide receiver away from the play call, jumping off sides. Going to have nothing to do with the football play, stay on side, but going back to those Scholar Athletes, it's always really cool for me to hear who we select because these kids do a lot of other things other than play football. One thing I noticed going through the Saguaro notes that you sent over earlier this week is I'm not so sure if they've changed the grading scale here at Saguaro because a lot of 4.0 students on this football team, and obviously you tip your cap to that because it's a great accomplishment.
Doing some great things here as Saguaro Sabercats football team. Liberty continues the long drive. Coming up and making a nice stop in the open field for Saguaro, Josiah Jacobs for the Sabercats.
Jacobs, 195-pound senior, reads the play, comes up out in the open field. Nice, sure tackle. Kid who's been playing with type 1 diabetes. Hasn't let it slow him down one bit as a football player.
And he's also got an offer to Colorado School of the Mines, an engineering school. Jacobs, you mentioned the grade point averages, Dale, as the catch is made. First down, Liberty inside the 5-yard line. The catch is made. First down, Patriots, and hauling it in is Zandon Shim.
Yeah, look at this throw and catch. Good coverage down there over the outstretched hands of Josiah Jacobs and just reaches up with those quick hands and brings the ball in. Shim, the senior, only 5'8" on a little out route. And nice throw. talked about Faoa, quarterback, 6'2", 220 pounds, good athlete.
First and goal, Ezra Tomhoon reaches for the goal. He's going to come up short, though. Gets it down to the 1.
Nice job by the Sabercat defense. Again, Will Schaefer sneaking in through that offensive line, knocking the legs out from Tomhoon before he can get in the end zone.
Tomhoon, you mentioned all the big boys, Dale. Tomhoon, sophomore, 5'11", 230. Played JV as a freshman last year. Handoff up front, beautiful stop, big stop there by the Sabercats.
The one thing I've never understood, we did in Dallas a few times where you hand it off to the fullback in short yardage situations, Daryl Johnston, and they're not used to carrying the ball, number one. Number two, they don't get a full head of steam as he's only got a yard. And Saguaro obviously packing the middle against this predominant run attack by Liberty. Why not let him be the lead blocker? Now there's going to be some flags, and it's going to turn out to be 3rd down and 6 or 3rd down and a half a yard.
This could be a big penalty if it's against
Prior to
Liberty.
the snap, false start, offense, number 58, 5 yards, still 3rd down.
Which I've never understood, because if Saguaro's offside, it's about a 1/4 of a yard penalty. But now it's Liberty, there's room, so you get moved back 5 yards, but a very big penalty by this Patriots offense. And again, you talk about first games of the year as a coaching staff, you're going to expect some of these things to happen.
So instead of 3rd and goal from the 1, 3rd and goal from the 6. Handoff. Fiaseo gets brought down short of the goal line. Helmet comes off again. And it's going to bring up 4th down for the Patriots. Fiaseo can't seem to keep his helmet on.
And some of these guys like the helmet to fit a little bit loose. He also runs very physical there. You see him lowering his shoulder. That's also a nice physical tackle by this Sabercat defense.
So 4th and goal for the Patriots. And the ball is spotted at the 1-yard line. The 16th play of the drive. Pitch, Tomhoon, touchdown, Liberty. Ezra Tomhoon, the sophomore running back from 1 yard out, and the Patriots strike again.
He pitched the ball back and lead a convoy off a left tackle, just so hard to stand up, and there wasn't really any hesitation on the sidelines for Liberty on whether they're going to kick a field goal or go for it on 4th down.
And Liberty head coach Rich Morocco likes what he sees in that running game, especially from the big boys up front, that offensive line getting things done. The extra point is up and good by Fedor. And with 4:40 remaining here in the first half, it's time to take a Circle K Polar Pop timeout. Your cup, your rules. Tomhoon, the touchdown. Patriots on top, 14-6.
Tonight's Game Time starting lineups are brought to you by Arizona Automotive Institute. Turn your dreams into reality with career training from AAI. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.
Hey Arizona, Circle K is home of the 89-cent any-size Polar Pop Foam Cup. Fill up the cup that stays cold longer with your favorite flavor and enjoy all day long. You can get any size Polar Pop Foam Cup for just 89 cents every day. That's right, any size Polar Pop Foam Cup for just 89 cents. Head to Circle K now and get a Polar Pop Cup and so much more, only at Circle K.
You're watching Game Time on YourView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
.440 remaining here in the first half. Liberty leading Saguaro 14-6. Well, Monster Jam is adrenaline-charged family entertainment providing jaw-dropping displays and gravity-defying feats that leave fans on the edge of their seats. The biggest stars on four wheels return to University of Phoenix Stadium on October 6th. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.com. As the Patriots with the 4th down and goal from the 1, getting the score.
Look at all those white jerseys on the convoy over the left side. Only 4 or 5 black jerseys. You get downhill running and very physical up front. That offensive line gets double team. You get guys pulling back around. We've talked about how big they are up front. Yates, Vea, Taisi, Maluia, and Fatah New doing a nice job up front for this Liberty offense.
And then they're giving the ball to a back who's 230 pounds on top of that. Fedor's kick goes to the end zone. So that Tom Hoon touchdown capped a 16-play, 96-yard drive that chewed up 8 minutes and 35 seconds off the clock.
Well, the thing is, if you're a team like Saguaro and you're used to having success, you're used to scoring points, you're used to moving the ball, and all of a sudden you're struggling against a really good football team, sometimes you get a little antsy, a little anxious. You know, again, it's a one-score game, even though you miss the extra point. Let's see how patient this Saguaro team can be, led by Tyler Beverett.
Beverett goes shotgun. Trick play. Ball gets in the hands of Keely Ringo. Tries to find some room to run. Spins out of a couple of tackles. Still on his feet. Keely Ringo fighting for a first down. Gonna come up just short, but how about that?
Ringo obviously as dynamic an athlete as there is in the state of Arizona. You run the reverse. Great penetration by Liberty, almost gets tackled at the 10-yard line, and then look at all the white jerseys who have a shot at him, able to wiggle through 3, 4, 5 tackles and almost pick up the first down.
Ringo is the top cornerback in the country for the class of 2020. As we got some people moving up front. He's also the Division III 100-meter champion. He anchored the 4x100-meter relay for Saguaro. Also won the 200-meter relay. And Saguaro coach Jason Mons said he wanted to get Ringo some touches on the offensive side of the ball and utilize some of that speed.
Well, he came here to Saguaro as a wide receiver. And the Saguaro staff moved him over to cornerback, and obviously he's been a huge success getting recruited by basically everybody in the country,
including teams like Alabama, Clemson, Florida State.
Prior to the snap, snap infraction, number 55, offense, 5 yards from the previous spot, still second down.
When you take a look at the Saguaro offensive line, that's TJ McCray. He's a sophomore, 280 pounds. Only one senior starting offensive lineman, and that's the right guard, Jelani Newman.
And Jelani Newman, he's verbally committed to play at San Jose State. First team All-State last year. 2nd and 6 for the Sabercats. Beverett has time, delivers, finds his receiver. First down Saguaro at the 35-yard line. And that is the Sabercats' first down of the night. And making the catch there was Braden Green.
Just a little curl route, pretty good protection up front. Beverett slides out to his right. Good coverage down the field by Liberty. Just better execution by Saguaro. Gabriel Nichols in the coverage for Liberty.
Hand off to Connor Soley. And he gets brought down after a gain of a couple. In on the tackle there for the Patriots is Zephaniah Maya, sophomore linebacker.
6 foot, 230 pounds with great athleticism and tenacity.
You got to look at Noah Brooks there. in the backfield for the Sabercats. 2nd and 8. Beverett fires, has his receiver. The catch is made. Still on his feet is Will Schaefer down the sidelines, shaking off a tackle. Tight ropes it down the sidelines. Touchdown, Saguaro. Will Schaefer, the 63-yard catch and run. Sabercats score once again.
What a game Schaefer's played here in the first half defensively. Catches a little corner route. So it looks like I would think that Saguaro might keep the offense out on the field. Looks like they're deciding that right now, but a little corner route. What a great throw by Beverett. 2 really nice throws by the quarterback. 3-man rush, good protection by that offensive line. Look at the tight spiral into good coverage, great concentration, and then White makes one effort here for Schaefer, a little stiff arm into the face mask. Great balance, tight roping down the sideline for the touchdown.
And as Saguaro is lined up to go for 2, penalty flags before the snap.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the try.
There's a look there at Saguaro coach Jason Mons. Let's see if he keeps that unit out there to still go for the 2-point conversion, or if he decides to go ahead and kick it. And it looks like they're still going to go for 2 here. Maybe just change the play calls. We look at Will Schaefer. Now, Dale, he had a big game against Liberty last year up in Nevada. 2 catches, 24 yards. Both those catches went for touchdowns. So he likes playing against Liberty. Sabercats going for 2. Beverett, corner, looking for his receiver, Matt Polk. Can't haul it in. So the score remains 14-12. Patriots with the lead. 2:28 remaining here in the first half. But Tyler Beverett gaining some more and more confidence here, looking good on these throws.
Yeah, Beverett looking really good here again. Dropping it over the cornerback White in front of the safety. Great concentration by Schaefer. You see him tiptoeing down the sideline. We've talked about Schaefer defensively, 6'1", 215 pounds. Great execution. You can see Tyler Beverett kind of stepping into his own here. Beverett, he has the size that some of the quarterbacks here at Saguaro who were dual threats didn't really have. When you're talking about 6'3", now you're talking about a guy who can go play at the Division I level with the athleticism that he has.
2:28 remain here, first half. And we touched on at the beginning of the game, Saguaro winning 5 straight state titles, a Arizona record. And they are currently tied for 5th place for the longest active streak for state championships in the country. Those 5, and you look who's on top there, Dale. The nemesis of Liberty, that'd be Bishop Gorman. They've won 9 straight state titles, tops in the country. We will have Bishop Gorman on Your View, Arizona next week when they come to Peoria to take on the Centennial Coyotes. So that will be a fun game to watch. Take a look at the state championship banner there. They just keep adding to that.
Nice little run they have going here at Saguaro. And again, this game, a home and home series. You see the Saguaro sidelines. Not a whole lot of panic down there. You know, a lot of times when you have so much success and all of a sudden you are in a tight football game, you can see the coaching staff start to panic, which in turn then the players start to panic.
Faoa fires complete, first down for the Patriots. And we're starting to see both offenses open things up a little bit, having a little more success.
Viloria doing a nice job, little curl route, 5'10", 170-pound junior.
And the Patriots go no huddle. Faoa drops back again. Goes through the hands, just a little too high there. Looked like for David Elder, the intended receiver.
Going to be interesting to keep an eye on Ringo, the right cornerback for Saguaro. It's almost like they're treating him, and I think a lot of people will, like a Deion Sanders, to where we just don't even look to that side of the field. And sometimes the younger you are, the more bored you can be. Can you keep that concentration level up all game long?
He is certainly Saguaro's version of a shut-down corner.
There's Will Schaefer again coming up very physically. Well, now if you're Liberty, you're sitting here going, okay, well, we haven't run any time off the clock. Third down, we're going to give the ball back to the Saguaro offense with time and a timeout.
That's right, Saguaro's already used 2 of their timeouts. They still have 1 remaining. 3rd and 10, 2 minutes remaining here, first half. Patriots 3 of 7 on 3rd down conversions. Faoa fires down the right side behind the defense as David Elder holds it in. Big play for the Patriots. And it's David Elder once again, this time a pickup of 43 yards.
You talk about being a dynamic receiver. He'll move all over the field. You see the outside route, not sure where the safety was on this play. You have Shivers, Brandon, looks like man-to-man coverage, but you should probably have a little safety help in that situation.
And Noah Faoa fires again, this time to Zandon Shim. This Patriot offense is starting to move the ball.
Shows the versatility of this Liberty offense, getting in a 2-minute and throwing the ball around, and Faoa making all the throws that you need a quarterback to make.
Looking more and more confident. Now he tries to elude the Sabercat pressure. No such luck. He gets brought down. Loss of 1 on the play. Clock stops with 1:12 remaining. There's big Jaden Swink. Timeout on the field. Swink in on the stop.
We talked about that pass rush. And again, Damian Sellers coming from the offense's right, working against Fatanu. And we talked about Damian Sellers being that physical freak and dynamic pass rusher, able to make Faoa step up in the pocket, and then guys like Jaden Swink, who had 5.5 sacks last year, able to capitalize on that.
Big Swink, 4-year varsity guy, captain of this team. As we take a look at Liberty over the years against Arizona teams. Coach Morocco not afraid to go out of state, much like Jason Mons, and face some different competition. You see how he's fared. Taking on some big-time programs. Sal Point down in Tucson, Hamilton, Saguaro, back-to-back years. 3rd and 7. Sabercats defense comes up with another big stop.
It'll be interesting to see Saguaro use that last time out here. They're going to let the clock go and go ahead and run. Looks like they're going to let it go ahead and run. And again, put in that situation, that great pass rush by the Saguaro defense. Defensive line coach, former Saguaro great Kyle Caldwell. Been here for a long time with Jason Mons.
Former Saguaro great. Fedor on for the field goal, 37 yards, and it is good. So Dylan Fedor connects from 37 yards out, 23 seconds remain, giving the Patriots a 17-12 lead.
Really nice job by the Liberty special teams there. I was kind of thinking they might use their last time out, but able to let the clock run down, snap the ball with about 1 second left. Remember, this is their first game. Coaching staff doing a nice job getting Liberty prepared for situations just like that. And as you said, now it's 17-12, and you're kicking the ball off with only 23 seconds left.
Take a look now at some of the miscues here in the first half. Again, remember, this is Saguaro's second game in Liberty's first game of the year, and you're going to see some missteps along the way early on.
Well, you know, in situations like this, and some of them just great plays. Really nice job reaching up and grab the interception. A little bit of a low snap. Extra point is no good. Then a lot of these things are going to happen in special teams area, and you're not going to see David Elder do that very often and give up great field position like they did there. But first game of the season, you expect some of these things.
Dylan Fedor kicks it away. Saguaro with the return down the left side, get brought down at the 25-yard line, but we have another penalty flag down.
Well, that's usually in the area of an illegal block.
We'll make sure you stay tuned at halftime. We'll be joined by former Saguaro High School greats and current Arizona Cardinals, Christian Kirk and DJ Foster. They'll be joining us at the half.
Block in the back. Against the return team, number 25. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
So that'll push the Sabercats back with 18 seconds left. Do you just take a knee here?
Well, I would, but I'm not as much of a risk taker as some of these coaches that we've come in contact with over the years. I mean, maybe if you're Saguaro, you take one shot and see what happens, but well, it's an awful lot of yardage to cover, and to me, the bad far outweighs the good, and I think our question has been answered.
As you can see by the formation, looks like Sabercats are just going to take a knee. Let this clock run out. Tyler Beverett takes the snap, takes the knee, and that will allow the clock to run out here in the first half. And it's the Liberty Patriots from Henderson, Nevada. They lead the Saguaro Sabercats by a score of 17-12. Make sure you stay tuned here at the half. You'll see the Saguaro High School band. Again, we'll be joined by former Saguaro greats and current Arizona Cardinals, Christian Kirk and DJ Foster. We'll also have the first half highlights and stats and more. You're watching Game Time on Your View Arizona. We're at the half. Liberty leading Saguaro 17-12.
Halftime on Your View is sponsored by Arizona Automotive Institute. Turn your dreams into reality with career training from AAI. By Circle K. It's time for a Circle K Polar Pop Timeout. Your cup, your rules. Valle Luna, proud supporter of scholar athletes in Arizona. And by Smash Burger, the new way to burger. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time. High school football on Your View is sponsored by
Smash Burger, the new way to burger.
It's a new season for the D-backs, and not just any season, it's the 20th anniversary. So they have a whole lot of new things going on around the ballpark. You don't want to miss it. Check this out.
The 20th anniversary experience is new to Chase Field this year. It's basically a recap of our 20 years as an organization. While we're one of the youngest teams in Major League Baseball, we're also one of the most accomplished. So this area recaps our history, and it highlights the 6 postseason appearances that we've had, a lot of the organization and player accomplishments. There's a lot of memorabilia, such as gold gloves, silver slugger awards. We've got a baseball autograph wall. It's open to all fans. It's open every game. This will be a great season this year for the Diamondbacks, 2018, our 20th anniversary season. Come down to the ballpark, enjoy yourself, a lot of different options for family fun and entertainment.
All right, sounds like a lot of fun. fun. Make sure you check out a game or two this summer and be a part of the D-backs 20th anniversary celebration. So I'll see you here at Chase Field.
You're watching Game Time on YourView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out YourView.com.
Welcome back, everybody. It's halftime here at Saguaro High School. It's Game Time on YourView. The Liberty Patriots leading the Saguaro Sabercats by a score of 17-12. And we're now going to send it down to the field and listen to the Saguaro band. And when we come back, we'll hear from Saguaro greats and current Arizona Cardinals, Christian Kirk and DJ Foster. So hang tight. And our special thanks to the Saguaro High School Marching Band and Chris Harris here back with you. And I'm joined by two former Saguaro greats, DJ Foster, who went on to star at Arizona State, now with the Arizona Cardinals, and Christian Kirk, who went on to Texas A&M, second-round pick with the Arizona Cardinals. And Christian, we'll start with you. What's it like to be back out here on the field here at your former high school?
Man, it's great. It's always great to come back and see how far the school has come, and just to know that you left the school in a better place, and just to see these guys out here working, and they're looking good, and just to see all the support from the community, it's great.
And DJ, for you, what's it like to head back here and see some familiar faces?
Oh, it's amazing. You know, catching some Friday night light football, seeing old coaches and friends and family, man, it's just, there's no other place like it. It's a special place in my heart, and I know Christian, we really enjoy coming back and being a part of this.
Special part of your heart. How would you describe what your days were like here as a Sabercat? Had such a storied career during your time here.
Just amazing every day, you know, being with your brothers, and I'm still friends with a lot of those guys that I went to high school with, and just grinding through it and just being a young man, just learning a lot about yourself and just growing up and, you know, having amazing coaches. It was a tremendous experience.
Went on to star at Arizona State, then went over to the New England Patriots, now with the Arizona Cardinals. How are things going for you here?
Great. It's a journey, you know, going to the NFL, and I'm enjoying the ride. You know, I take every day as a blessing, and I truly am grateful and honored to be a part of an NFL team, and let alone be home. You know, so I'm enjoying it.
And Christian, finished up your career at Texas A&M. The draft came, picked by the Cardinals. What was that like, and what's it like to be suiting up for them?
Yeah, you know, just like DJ said, it's a dream come true, and you know, every day we're living out our dream and, you know, living a blessed life, and you know, you just got to wake up every morning and just cherish it. But getting that call was, you know, obviously a moment I'll never ever forget, and you know, just happy I'm home.
Now, not only you're with the Cardinals and back at home, but you're back with a guy who mentored you while you're here. What's it like to be connected with DJ again?
It's been awesome, just being back with him. You know, he's always been a big brother figure to me, and, you know, still has to this day. And so just to have a guy like that in my corner has been amazing.
Christian Kirk, DJ Foster, former Swirl greats, now with the Arizona Cardinals. They'll be taking off tomorrow to take on the Dallas Cowboys. More for halftime here when we come back.
Coming back to school is a big decision, but at AAI, we're with you every step of the way.
We offer career-focused education, and we work with you from the day you enroll through graduation
to help you reach the ultimate goal of moving into the career you deserve.
Don't be afraid to try something new, to try something different. You will set an example for your family, for your children. It's never too late to start a new career.
Check us out at aai.edu.
Or call now and come visit our campus.
Summer is here, and it's time to beat the heat. Award-winning Parker & Sons wants you to be proactive this summer and take charge of your AC unit. Why get an AC tune-up, you ask? Well, it helps prevent breakdowns, prolongs the life of your AC unit, saves money on your utility bills, and prevents costly repairs. Plus, it gives you peace of mind that your AC unit is running efficiently and safely. For over 40 years, Parker & Sons have dedicated themselves to keeping our homes cool during the hot, scorching summers and to providing knowledgeable and reliable services around the valley. During the summer season, your cooling system works harder and uses more energy, especially if there are leaks and other inefficiency problems. Parker's highly experienced and trustworthy technicians can provide an AC tune-up and safety inspection to make sure your unit is running at maximum performance. Save yourself from headaches and save on your utility bills by scheduling an AC tune-up today. Then sit back, relax, and enjoy a stress-free cool summer. Call now to schedule an appointment today or visit Parker online at parkerandsons.com.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health.
On the next Your Health, we're talking kids' eye exams and back-to-school tips to start the year right. Plus, a place where kids will like going to the dentist and weight loss surgery myths busted.
Watch Your Health Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night only on YourView, or stream it online at yourview.com. Tonight's Game Time Player of the Game is sponsored by Smash Burger, the new way to burger. For more Game Time high school football coverage, check out yourview.com.
Welcome back, everybody. It's halftime here at Saguaro High School, and it is the Liberty Patriots leading the Sabercats by a score of 17-12. Chris Harris here along with Dale Hellestray. Let's now take a look at some of the first half highlights. And it was the special teams for Liberty who gets the Patriots on the board first.
Nice job there with the block, punt, and yeah, both offenses struggling to move the football. Liberty comes up with the first points on the block punt, pick the ball up, get into the end zone to get the scoreboard going, and then talk about a really, really nice job by Connor Soley, the linebacker, coming up with the interception and then taking the ball into the end zone for the touchdown. Again, both defenses playing really, really well, especially
early in this football game, as we knew it was going to be a smash mouth physical football game. You see Liberty getting the ball in the end zone, just a mass of humanity in white jerseys. And then you see the touchdown throw here to Will Schaefer. Really, really nice throw from Tyler Beverett. Nice catch and run for Saguaro's second touchdown. And as you take a look at that and you see the passing yards, the rushing yards, and Liberty had the ball for the majority of the second quarter on a very long scoring drive, but yet it's 17-12 and not too bad outside for an August evening.
Pretty comfortable. Just got done interviewing Christian Kirk and DJ Foster out there. Quite comfortable. All right, we're going to step aside for another quick break. We'll be back in just a moment.
High school football on your view is sponsored by
Max Burger, the new way to burger.
Your public lands are a common place of recreation for many Arizonans. Unfortunately, these sites are sometimes taken for granted by those who use them. Being a responsible public land steward enables us all to enjoy the beauty that the outdoors brings.
You shoot it, you own it, you pack it out. Don't trash Arizona.
Save the dates, October 18th through the 20th. Phoenix Fashion Week, the leading fashion event of the Southwest, showcasing 3 nights of global designer runway shows from Talking Stick Resort in Arizona. Can't make the live shows? Live stream over 25 different fashion shows. Go to phoenixfashionweek.cleeng.com. $9.99 per night, or watch all 3 for just $24.99. Get involved. Vote for the nation's top emerging designers, models of the year, and more. Phoenix Fashion Week, live and online, October 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Explore the Southwest lifestyle, the culture, the music, the food, y más. Join hosts J.R. Cardenas and Vanessa Ramirez for a Southwest adventure on Su Vida.
What sport is like a walk in the park?
It's a game that's challenging and gives you great exercise.
It's golf, and we're hitting the greens on the next Su Vida Especial.
Watch a Su Vida Especial, Sunday and Wednesday evening, only on Your View.
Welcome back, everybody. It's halftime here. Game time on Your View. Liberty leading Saguaro by a score of 17-12. Let's now take a look at the Arizona Automotive Institute top games for this week. Turn your dreams into reality with career training from AAI. And look at that first game right there, Queen Creek at Chandler. Chandler coming off a big national telecast game last week at Centennial Corona, where they lost, but trying to bounce back against Queen Creek. And another big game, Mountain Point and Pinnacle. Spencer Rattler going up against that Pride defense. Moving on, we've got some other big matchups, including Castile and Apollo. We'll have both of those teams on Your View Arizona later on this season. And another big matchup between Sunrise Mountain and Williams Field. And we move on once again. South Point Catholic making the drive up from Tucson, taking on Dobson. And how about game between Modern Day and Bishop Gorman? Bishop Gorman we will have here next week when they take on the Centennial Coyotes. All right, we're going to step aside for another quick break. We'll be back with the second half. You're watching Game Time on Your View.
High school football on Your View is sponsored by
Max Burger, the new way to burger.
In the blink of an eye, cities fall, heroes rise.
A heartbeat skips as a man slips gravity's grip, and heartbreak leaps from the brink in a blink. Just think of all the games, teams, hopes, and dreams that live and die because greatness lies in the blink of an eye. This is the sports app on Contour from Cox. Cable TV reimagined to get you right to the good stuff.
Colon cancer is the second most common cause of cancer deaths in both males and females. Is actually overall. In colon cancer, about 20 to 30% of the times, genetics plays a role. In about 5% to 10% of cases, it plays a very strong role when there is a lot of colon cancer that runs in the families. It's important to be aware of these risks and be able to consult with your physician or a genetic counselor to be able to properly assess your own individual risk and embark on the proper screening techniques to prevent the cancer. So get close to your family, ask the right questions, find out about what kinds of cancers have been discovered, preferably what age were they discovered in other people in your family, and that can help a lot in deciding whether there is a need to see a genetic counselor. But it's really important. It's a curable and preventable condition.
You're watching Game Time on YourView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Game Time on YourView as we get set for the second half. Liberty Patriots from Henderson, Nevada, leading the Saguaro Sabercats 17-12 as we see Tyler Beverett warm up here before the third quarter. And Dale, what do you think the message was in each of the locker rooms there at halftime?
Well, again, I think first half was a half of mistakes and the other team capitalizing on them. And I think both teams can look at those and say those are avoidable mistakes. I think we saw the physicality we expected to see tonight. Both quarterbacks made some plays with their arms. And again, I think this game's going to come down to you can smash mouth. Both defenses have held up well, but who probably is going to make the big play or, on the other side, make the big mistake here in the second half.
And you see Liberty head coach Rich Morocco, and you got to think he's just going to continue to pound the ball here in the second half because he had such great success doing it in the first.
Well, and you just got to love the job he's done there at Liberty and all these young players, physical players, his ninth season, 95 and 23. You know, when you win 10-plus games every year, but your first year, you've built a very, very solid program. And when you're always in the shadow of Bishop Gorman, they don't have the same facilities. They don't have the same advantages that Bishop Gorman does. So to be in the same conversation is a really nice job by Rich Morocco and his staff.
And Morocco is also the athletic director at Liberty. And the second half is underway. The kickoff is handled by Connor Soley. Breaks it to the right side, down the sidelines. Connor Soley, huge return for the Sabercats as he cuts it back inside. Finally gets brought down at about the Liberty 44-yard line. But how about Connor Soley getting things going in the second half for the Sabercats?
Taking the ball all the way across the field. First thing I'm looking for is flags on the field, usually big returns. Early in the season, there's an illegal block of some sort, but just tremendous speed, great vision, and great field position, except for there is a flag somewhere down there.
Spoke
Chris?
too soon, apparently. Go figure. And they're bringing it back. Question is, how far? Looks like they're going to spot it at about the 12.
Well, that's the thing about special teams penalties. You go back to the infraction, and it's not just a 15-yard penalty. It's you've lost all that return yardage going back to the point of the infraction.
So instead of starting at the Liberty 44-yard line, Sabercats take over from their own 12, negating the 52-yard kick return by Connor Soley. And a great job there. Liberty's defense stepping up and making the stop.
Well, see, they have enough quickness with this defense to where you play that odd front and you're reading the defensive end on that run pass option. Quarterback this time, Beverett, keeps it but you got linebackers running the football. When you have athletes at all levels, makes it a lot more difficult to move the football.
Loss of 1 on the play, and we have got more flags.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 87, offense. 5 yards from the previous spot, still second down.
So that's Quentin Somerville, the sophomore, with the infraction. Pushes the Sabercats back another 5 yards. Makes it second down and 16. As we see the penalties so far here tonight. Liberty with 4 for 40 yards and Sabercats with 6 for 60 yards. Beverett in shotgun. Hands it off. Israel Benjamin up the middle. Nice pickup there by Benjamin. Trying to get some of those yards back.
Always interesting as I'm looking at this Saguaro offensive line. Usually when you have 3-man fronts, you want to widen out your splits a little bit. Get these guys to have to cover more space, and yet Saguaro has narrowed their splits.
3rd and 10. Beverett just scrambling. Great job by Liberty's defense coming up with the sack. Beverett not able to get away.
Well, you're trying to set up a screen, but as an offensive lineman, you still got to put a hand on these guys. Can't let them run straight up through the A gaps. Got to protect inside out. And Tumolatai, Luke, the senior, with the sack. And now you're down in that dangerous territory, punting the ball out of your own end zone.
So Parker Lewis standing near the back of the end zone. And the snap goes through the end zone. And it's going to be a safety.
Well, I think that was by design.
Looked like that was intentional, wide right. And 9:51 remaining here, 3rd quarter, timeout in the field. And it's time for us to take a Circle K Polar Pop timeout. Your cup, your rules. Liberty with the lead, 19-12, 9:51 remaining here, 3rd quarter. We'll be right back.
Hey Arizona, Circle K is home of the 89-cent any-size Polar Pop Foam Cup. Fill up the cup that stays cold longer with your favorite flavor and enjoy all day long. You can get any size Polar Pop Foam Cup for just 89 cents every day. That's right, any size Polar Pop Foam Cup for just 89 cents. Head to Circle K now and get a Polar Pop Cup and so much more. Only at Circle K.
Jeanette, you know how during our date, we couldn't remember the name of that show we both liked. We're Cox customers. We can find it on Contour. Last 9 viewed. My grandkids are here. Home improvement shows. More like this. We liked House Hunters. That's the name of it.
Grandpa, you have a girlfriend?
We're not using labels.
That's a yes.
Watch more, search less, because you're a Cox customer. Cox.com/learn.
Welcome back, everybody. Game time on Your View, Arizona. 9:51 remaining, 3rd quarter. Patriots leading the Sabercats 19-12. And on that last play there, Dale, it looked like Saguaro was set up to punt from their own end zone, but it looked like the snap was intentionally snapped through the end zone.
Well, the punter didn't make a move for the ball. Coaches didn't seem real upset with it, and I think rather than punting from the back of your own end zone, Jason Mons and his staff decided let's go ahead and have a free kick from the 20-yard line.
Take a look at the total yards so far here tonight. Liberty with 194, Saguaro 113.
Yeah, and then we knew coming into this game, both defenses pretty stout. See how special teams plays into it here and what kind of field position Liberty comes up with.
Parker Lewis, he's got the strong leg, lets it rip. Great kick there by Lewis. Hauled in by David Elder. Up the middle, looking for a seam. Spins out of a couple of tackles, still on his feet. Finally gets brought down at the 40-yard line. And making the tackle for the Sabercats is Cody Pock, the senior.
Taking a look back at that punt, and certainly didn't look like there was any sense of urgency. Bad things can happen back there. Get another block punt, recover for a touchdown. Bad punt, great field position for Liberty. I think all in all, if you're Saguaro, you're happy with the way this turned out.
And still just a 7-point game. Liberty's offense now on the field. And there is the handoff. Nice move there by Zyrus Fiaseo. Pick up some extra yardage. He might be big at 6', 210, but he's pretty agile as well.
Again, another one of those powers. You're pulling that left guard around. That's Garrett Vea. He's a 250-pound junior, and you just continue to pound teams and see, do they have the willpower and the physicality to stand up to you and then make a tackle on a 230-pound running back running down Hillage.
There's the pitch to Elder, first down, looking for more, finally gets brought down. Liberty with the ball now in Saguaro territory, and talking with Coach Morocco, he said he was going to get the ball in Elder's hands at all different places on the field. He can make some things happen.
When you have running backs that are 230, 210 pounds, and then you give it to 165-pound Elder who can burn you with his speed, makes it very difficult on defenses.
1st and 10. Ezra Tom Hoon. Pick up of a couple. Tom Hoon with the touchdown in the first half. Sophomore running back.
Got to be impressed with the way this Saguaro defense has stood up to the physicality of Liberty running the football.
We talk about that physicality, especially with Liberty up front, that offensive line. Brandon Yates, Troy Fautanu, both players with some big-time offers. 2nd and 8. Left side still on his feet. Fiaseo. First down Patriots.
And you're going to see a late flag come in here. And hopefully this is a counter play. You see the hole open up. Continue to run through traffic. See if it...
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 8. It's 15-yard penalty, first down.
Well, there at the top of your screen, you see a nice acting job there. That's an offensive lineman who kind of threw a forearm at a Saguaro player and then did the old floppity flop. But again, we have to keep your emotions in check. Both teams, 15-yard penalties really, really can hurt you.
So 1st and 10 for the Patriots from the Saguaro 20. And we have got whistles and flags before the snap.
False start. Offense, number 2. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Rich Morocco watching his offense go back 5 yards, but he's got to be happy with what he's seen here from his Patriot team. First game of the year out of state on the road.
Yeah, and you wonder how the kids are going to react when you take a long bus ride, you stay in a hotel, and is their focus going to be there, and first game of the year, and all those things that happen.
1st and 15. Fiaseo gets stacked up, and there's that Sabercat defensive front you just spoke of a moment ago, Dale, and coming up big once again.
Guys hustling the football, being physical at the point of attack. You see them holding up those white jerseys. Damian Sellers doing a nice job taking on the blocks and fighting through traffic and able to hang in there and let his buddies come and make plays behind him. I thought that was number
2nd and 9. The pitch to Faoa. Able to get to the second level. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 7 for the Patriots. Ball's down at the Saguaro 17-yard line.
When you almost feel like this is one of those points in the game where this defense needs to get off the football field.
And they will for the time being, because Saguaro head coach Jason Mons had to call a timeout. Coach Mons wants to talk things over with his team. Well, here are this week's Smashburger Top Players of the Week. Smashburger, the new way to burger. And how about Queen Creek quarterback Devin Larson? 6 touchdown tosses in last Friday's win against Westwood. How about Jake Smith? He is verbally committed to Texas Longhorns for next season. He had 5 total touchdowns in their win. Alex Nelson, 326 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. And the Mingus win, and Coleman Owens, the Higley receiver. Big ball game in Higley's win in California last week. And how about Grant Collins, pair of sacks, and Liberty shutout win over Brophy. Spencer Rattler, the top-ranked quarterback in the state for the class of 2018. Another big night. How about Camden Hightower, chaparral, pair of picks in the Firebirds' overtime victory against Hamilton last week. Jaden Swink in on the tackle.
What a nice job by Swink, the 6'2", 250-pound senior. Watch him get penetration here, fighting through the block of number 66, Garrett Vea. Able to make contact, slow the running back down, and let his buddies get over there. And we talked about an important 3rd down situation for the Saguaro defense. Swink, an offer from West Point.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down here. Fedor on for the 33-yard field goal. And it is good. So Fedor with his 2nd field goal of the night. And that gives the Patriots a 22-12 lead with 5:25 remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Fedor, plenty of leg strength right down the middle. Little breezy out there, little rush right in his face, and able to block that out from Saguaro. Awful confident kick.
Coach Morocco told me that Fedor, he's got a range up to 55 yards.
I would believe it. I would believe it.
Well, that was the 39th play of the night for Liberty. Sabercats have run 15 plays offensively.
And again, Saguaro's used to running less plays than the opponent because the opponent's usually trying to speed the game up a little bit. Saguaro tends to score quickly. They haven't scored quickly tonight. Let's see how Jason Mons calls this next series. Let's see the patience. Again, there's still a half of a 3rd quarter and a whole 4th quarter to go unless he's seeing on the sidelines his defense starting to wilt a little bit under this power attack from Liberty.
You got to remember just how hot it was earlier here tonight. I know it's cooled off a little bit, but you got to wonder what kind of condition the guys are in. Soley with another return. Had a big one the last time they got called back, and he gets brought down here. This time by Tyler Williams. And the Sabercats offense, they will start from their own 23-yard line.
Well, Tyler Williams, another one of those sophomores for Liberty in there, making the play on the kickoff. And watch this offensive line for Saguaro. Offensive line coach Mark Martinez. Coach Mons has done a great job of building this group. A lot of young guys.
They start 2 sophomores, 2 juniors, and 1 senior. So they've got a really high ceiling, lots of potential with that Sabercat offensive line. Beverett Fires, has his receiver. Making the catch is Braden Green.
Braden Green, another tall receiver, 6'4", 180 pounds. Saw the numbers on Beverett there. Having a really nice night.
You can see why colleges are high on Beverett. He can spin it. And he's also 6'3", 201, just a junior. I mean, this is really his first full-on varsity action, as he was Max Massengale's backup his freshman and sophomore years. Israel Benjamin working the right side, cuts it in, gets brought down. The tackle is made by number 21, Toa Tai. It's going to bring up third down.
Toa Tai been in a number of plays. The outside linebacker, 6 foot, 190 pounds, a junior. Yeah, just you see the athleticism from this linebacking crew that can run from sideline to sideline, and then that defensive line, not only physical, but they have some quickness to them too.
3rd and 6. Swirl's got trips to the left and had movement up front. See what the penalty.
Number 60, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
So that goes from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 1.
Well, a couple guys could have probably been called for it. They called it on Fuamatu. It's 5'8", 260-pound senior, playing nose tackle and immediately has leverage at 5'8".
3rd and 1 now. Benjamin puts his head down, picks up the first down for the Sabercats. And how do they go about deciding who gets that penalty? Fuamatu, he's thinking that's not fair.
No, they have to pick a number, so they call a number, but I'm looking at this Saguaro offense, and they're not used to being caught from behind by that outside linebacker. That was Toa Tai again chasing Benjamin from the backside and making the tackle.
Israel Benjamin said he wants to be an NFL general manager.
A lot easier on your body.
Yes. He's a very smart kid, 4.7 GPA. As Beverett fires down the middle of the field, just not able to connect with Matt Polk.
Well, Polk came open. Didn't seem like they're on the same page. Polk, a nice big target. Ball looks like it's thrown a little bit short behind him. Polk not able to adjust. Almost comes up with the catch. Polk only a junior. Long, great speed.
Matt's older brother, Nate, is a senior. On the defensive side of the ball, they set up a nice screen there to Matt Polk, but great job coming in to make the tackle for the Patriots is Zyrus Fiaseos. Not only is he getting done on offense, but defense as well. And you see Toa Tai in there as well.
Toa Tai have himself a series here. Again, when you see things that you haven't seen before and you see 4 white jerseys over there, sometimes it kind of startles you a little bit if you're the other team.
A big 3rd down and 8 for Saguaro. Beverett has time, fires, has his receiver, hauling it in and making the catch is Matt Polk. You try and try again, you finally succeed. 1st down, Sabercats.
Really nice job catching the ball in traffic. Good protection up front by this offensive line. Throws it basically into 4 white jerseys, and Polk able to bring the ball in, concentrate on the football, knowing you're going to be hit.
Big 1st down pickup for the Sabercats. They now have the ball at their own 47-yard line, and Beverett with the keeper, right side, turns it upfield. Pickup of about 4 on the play, and Beverett showing that athleticism. Now, he ran for 101 yards in last week's win against Poston Butte.
Nice job by Maya timing his blitz up, but a better decision by Beverett not to hand the football off to Benjamin. Able to make some positive yards. Got to protect those A-gaps against those blitzing linebackers.
Great job there by Beverett making the read, keeping it for himself. 2nd and 7. Looks like a fly sweep to Will Schaefer. Cuts it back inside. Nice job by Schaefer. Gets it out to the 45-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Well, a methodical drive by Saguaro. You like 3rd down and 2 situations. Opens up your entire playbook. You can run it. You can throw it. You got to kind of figure maybe as the 3rd quarter winds down, maybe this is 4-down territory for Jason Mons.
Beverett looks to the sidelines to get the signal. Another big 3rd down here for the Sabercats. They go trips to the right. Israel Benjamin, the lone back, as Beverett takes a shotgun. 1st down, Saguaro and more. Benjamin breaks a couple of tackles, cuts it back in, still on his feet. Israel Benjamin. Big pickup there for the Sabercats. 21 yards for Israel Benjamin, and that will move the chains. Saguaro now with the ball at Liberty's 24-yard line.
How quick was he? Nice job by the offensive line. Watch him jump up in here. Finds the hole, able to elude the tackle. Then you got Faoa, number 10 for Liberty, trying to drive the wide receiver over the pile rather than make the tackle. Another 10 yards after contact and a 1st down.
Timeout, Liberty. This will be Saguaro's 10th play of the drive. And remember, Dale, before this drive, Saguaro had a total of 15 plays before they got the ball here.
Well, and Coach Mons had talked earlier in the week about having to stay ahead of the chains. You know, last year they got in long distance situations, and now they're at the mercy of Liberty's blitz. You stay ahead of the chains, you kind of control that.
Well, Monster Jam is adrenaline-charged family entertainment providing jaw-dropping displays and gravity-defying feats that leave fans on the edge of their seats. The biggest stars on 4 wheels return to University of Phoenix Stadium on October 6th. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.com. You ever been to a Monster Jam event?
I can honestly say I have not.
I've been to one.
Yes?
Yeah.
I'm sure they're a lot of fun and they're loud.
They are extremely loud.
Look at this Saguaro offense and some of the things they wanted to get accomplished tonight. They want to be able to run the football, play physical, limit those turnovers, and stay ahead of the chains, which they've done very nicely on this drive.
And they've done so, going 3 of 3 on 3rd down conversions. And they have a 1st down here. Connor Soley gets knocked out of bounds. And we got 12 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, what that fly sweep does, it makes this defense run from sideline to sideline, covering 50 yards of field, and then you got to line up with this no-huddle offensive Saguaro and be ready to go again.
2nd and 8. Sabercats got 3 different players signaling plays. Only one of them is real. Beverett fires middle of the field just through the outstretched hands of Matt Polk as they try to keep working the middle of the field there with Polk.
Well, they do. It's a nice big target. Ball's a little high. You got a 6'3" quarterback throwing to a 6'4" wide receiver. You want to take advantage of that. You talk about Polk and his brother, and they both have an older brother, Ray, who went to Brophy and played at University of Colorado.
Former All-State running back for the Broncos. Another 3rd down, 3rd and 8. Beverett slips up into the pocket, has room to run, does left side. Beverett, 1st down and more. Great job there by Tyler Beverett. Wow. Showing that athleticism.
Pressure coming from the outside, stepping up in the pocket. That Liberty defensive line getting pressure, but Beverett tucks the ball down, finds a hole, able to pick up the 1st down.
So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. 1 second remaining here, 3rd quarter. Sabercats have now converted 4 3rd downs here on this drive. Beverett going to keep it again. Ball's loose, falls on it though. Great job there by Beverett just to fall on it. And we are through 3 quarters here at Saguaro High School. And it is Liberty leading the Sabercats 22-12. The 4th quarter when we come back on Game Time on Your View.
What is Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas? We are a true Arizona original, serving carefully prepared, authentic Sonoran-style cuisine since 1983. We are time-honored family recipes using only the freshest ingredients. Good fun, a family place, a gathering place. We are happy faces and happy hours. We are your new favorite neighborhood hangout. Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community.
Cox Communications is known for its innovative technologies, leadership, and its commitment to shaping a better community through Cox volunteers. I'm Erica Cardenas. Join me on the next Doing More.
Watch Doing More Monday and Wednesday night on YourView and YourView.com. Join Jane Manzuras on Creative Living as she shares fun and inspiring ideas for enriching your life.
I'm Jane Manzuras, and on the next Creative Living, we're heading back to school. Plus, great ideas for after-school snacks that are quick and easy. And a lesson in making friendship bracelets that'll have a lot of bling.
Watch Creative Living Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday on YourView and YourView.com.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Game Time on Your View, Arizona. Liberty leading Saguaro 22-12. We take a look at the drive here so far for the Sabercats. A lot of big 3rd down conversions.
A lot of 3rd down conversions, a couple timely throws, nice runs. You see Israel Benjamin, and then you're going to have a nice job of stepping in the pocket by Tyler Beverett, able to pick up another 1st down and hang on to the football on the last play to bring up a 2nd down.
2nd and 9. This is the 14th play of the drive for the Sabercats. Almost 5.5 minutes long. Beverett, end zone, has a receiver, gets intercepted. Liberty comes away with the pick, and it is Lehi Ausage who comes away with it. A big play for that Patriots defense.
Well, again, red zone, windows become tighter, double coverage, again, trying to get the ball to one of your playmakers. Braden Green, 6'4" tall, didn't get the ball up high enough. I mean, if you're a Saguaro Sabercat fan, you're saying, well, the one good thing is Ausage decided elected to take it out of the end zone, and now Liberty's faced with poor field position, but you've also taken a scoring opportunity away from Saguaro after a tremendous drive.
Let's now see if that Saguaro defense can come up with a big stop here. Try to get a 3 and out. And with the carry was Fiaseo, coming in to make the tackle for the Sabercats, number 37, McCade Siegel, the junior, also the long snapper.
Yeah, tremendous job by Siegel there. Very physical. You're seeing some guys starting to cramp up a little bit as we've talked about the heat and the humidity, especially earlier before the game.
Well, that's Zyrus Fiaseo there for the Patriots. Well, this week on Your View's high school football recruiting podcast, Over the Middle, to kick off season 2, Jeremy catches up with recruiting expert Max Olson. The boys will run down Texas recruiting, the SEC, Alabama, Georgia Bulldogs, and Jason Brown, just to name a few. All that and more on this week's episode of Over the Middle podcast. You can check it out at yourview.com. You always hear the coaches and trainers preach, you gotta stay hydrated.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier for the coaches and trainers to preach that. It's another thing, you can only sometimes get so much water into your body. You see Mafu, the sophomore, cramping up. And the thing is, once you start to cramp, it's really, really difficult to stop Crampton.
As you take a look right there at Fiaseo, handoff, tripped up. Sabercats defense trying to get a 3 and out here, and it was Damian Sellers who came off the field for the Sabercats as he goes to the training table to get looked at. So we'll take a look at Will Schaefer in on the tackle for the Sabercats. So a big 3rd down and 5 here for Saguaro. See if they can get the stop and get that defense off the field. Patriots go trips left, lone receiver up top to the right. Great pressure by the Sabercats, and they get the sack. Will Schaefer. We've called his name on both sides of the ball and comes up with the big play here on defense.
What a game he is having tonight against great competition. You're going to see him elude the block of Ezra Tom Hoon, lowers his shoulder. What a big play for this Sabercat football team. Great explosion. Will Schaefer, a junior, 215 pounds. Look out for his recruiting to start exploding after this game.
And I'll tell you what, it's not easy to bring down Faoa. He's 6'2", 221. I mean, he's got some size to him. And Schaefer checks into 6'1", 215, able to bring him down, though. And we got flags and whistles.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense, number 20. Half the distance to the goal, still 4th down.
And there's certain situations where you just soon not have the penalty called. That punt landed at about the 25-yard line, talking about great field position for Saguaro. Well, let's see what they can do. Again, punting with your heels on the end line.
And that's Dylan Fedor back to punt. Gets the snap, just gets it away. And it is a short punt. Gets the nice roll, but the Sabercats are going to have excellent field position. They will take over from the Liberty, looks like the 33-yard line. So great job defensively by Saguaro to get the stop. And they're going to put their offense out on the field in excellent field position.
You know, these, I don't know if it's interstate or intrastate, but going to other states to play football games. Talking again to Jason Mons earlier in the week, he gave a lot of credit to Steve Bellis and the Hamilton Huskies for kind of starting this in Arizona. Get to go play some of these national powers, and they held up well, and so teams wanted to see more Arizona high school football, and now it's really taken off.
So Tyler Beverett and crew take over at the 33-yard line. They trail by 10, 22-12, 9.5 minutes remaining. Handoff up the middle, not much there. And along those lines, Dale, talking with Coach Morocco, they have IMG Academy coming to their place in 2 weeks. And IMG Academy is the top-ranked team in the country. And kind of like along the lines of Jason Mons, he just likes facing big competition.
Well, and you know they're good. You just don't know how good. We saw a nationally ranked team come here and play Centennial last year.
St. Thomas Aquinas.
And they had, everybody was getting Division I scholarship. Centennial put it on them.
And then we're going to have Bishop Gorman here next week to play Centennial, and they're ranked number 11 in the country.
And I've always get a kick out of that because I don't know how you rank a team in Texas versus a team in Arizona versus a team in California versus a team in Ohio, other than by name recognition. But obviously you develop that reputation over the years, and people are going to be paying attention to you.
And along those lines, Bishop Gorman were the national champions 2014, 15, and 16. 3rd down and 8 for the Sabercats. Beverett fires, overthrows everybody, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Sabercats from their own from the 31 of Liberty.
Well, that's the first series. I think I saw a little frustration on the Saguaro play calling, the fact that, you know, just taking shots down the field rather than trying to continue to move the ball against this Liberty team. You're seeing some of their guys cramp up. Looks like they're still going to keep that offense out there.
So it's going to be 4th and 8. Looks like Saguaro coach Jason Mons is going to elect to go for it here. Beverett eludes the rush for a while, then finally gets spun around and brought down and making the sack for the Patriots. The big play by Derek Agatono, the senior.
Well, that's because number 10, Fiaseo, comes off the edge, and Benjamin's supposed to pick him up. Basically comes unblocked, has to step up into the waiting arms of Agatono, and Saguaro gives the ball back to Liberty after great field position offensively.
So the Sabercat defense is going to be asked to come up with another big stop here, as the Patriots will start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Dropping back, firing down the field, looking for Elder. Not able to come up with the catch, but how about the terrific defense there by the cornerback, the senior Brian DeBoard.
Yeah, you're thinking if you're Saguaro that Liberty's just going to try and pound the ball at you. A really, really nice throw by Noah Faoa, and just great makeup speed by Brian DeBoard to get a hand in there and break up the pass intended for David Elder.
And DeBoard's a great story. He played JV last year as a junior, and he won the starting job this year, his senior year. And we got flags before the play.
Prior to the snap, ball start, offense, number 5, 5-yard penalty.
Jason Mons, he was so excited about Brian DeBoard, the strides he made, stuck with the program. Some guys, if you're not on the varsity as a junior, you might just kind of call it quits, but no, DeBoard stuck with it, played on the JV as a junior, and he got rewarded now here his senior year.
It is. It's fun to see kids like that who work hard, stick with it, fight through adversity, have success.
So we've got 2nd down and 15 now for Liberty. Pass across the middle falls incomplete. Great defense there by the Sabercat secondary. Nate Polk, the older brother, making the stop.
Well, what a big target, 6'6", 230-pound sophomore tight end, Mateveo. But now again, no clock has run. You're looking at 3rd down.
Nate Polk, by the way, has offers from Oregon, Utah, Arizona, amongst others. Another one of those big-time recruits for the Sabercats. And that pass will fall incomplete. And again, Dale, the clock stops as it's 4th down and 15.
Interesting to me that both the last offensive series for both teams kind of got out of their comfort zone a little bit. And I think maybe down in distance did it to Liberty. Let's see if Saguaro gets back in a little bit of their comfort zone. I know they're sitting here looking, well, there's 8 minutes, 25 seconds left. We need to come up with a big play. But you have to do what you do well.
And they elected to throw the ball, as you mentioned there, Dale. Noah Faoa, 0 for 3 on that drive. And we've got more flags.
Again, special teams. Saguaro's stadium here, one of the nicest in the valley. They do have 25-second clocks here at either end of the field. You can see the clock was winding down. Liberty tried to get the ball snapped without taking a penalty.
So now it's going to be 4th down and 20 for the Sabercats. Speaking of the nice stadium, they got the nice field just installed last year. almost gets the punt blocked. But Fedor gets the great roll. Look at that. Sabercats are going to have to start from their own 34-yard line. So Saguaro almost got the block punt.
It's always interesting when you see guys going in and trying to block the punt, and it's like the higher you jump, the higher you put your arms, the less chance you have of blocking the punt. You got to get your hands out in front of you, and you got to take the ball off the punter's foot.
Well, 8:14 remaining here, fourth quarter. Sabercats trail by 10. Chris Harris here along with Dale Hellestray. Thanks for joining us here. Game time on your view. Beverett with the keeper, right side. Decides he's got all he can. Takes a slide and his helmet comes off, so he's going to have to sit out one play as we take another look.
Reading that defensive end, decides to keep it. Again, white jerseys flying to the football, fighting off blocks to come up and make the tackles, make it difficult to run the football.
So coming in to replace Beverett's going to be the sophomore quarterback, Frank Shafroth. Had a 22-yard run in last week's win against Poston Butte. Takes the snap, fires down the field, has the receiver, just overthrows Matt Polk, who had a step on that Liberty secondary.
Well, he did. Liberty had everybody up on the line of scrimmage, figuring, hey, got the backup quarterback in for one play. There's no way you're going to take a shot down the field. That's exactly what Jason Mons and Saguaro did, and came within that much of scoring a touchdown as Matt Polk had a couple steps on the defender.
Love the play call by Jason Mons, taking a shot. And as you said, that was the last thing Liberty was expecting. 3rd and 7, Beverett back in. Solely in motion. The blitz, Beverett gets rid of it. And Benjamin has nowhere to go, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's just so hard to work on screens in practice, to get your timing down on screens in practice. And these linebackers for Liberty timing up their blitzes perfectly, especially through those A gaps. And as an offensive lineman on a screen, you have to become an actor, but you also have to slow down those blitzing linebackers. Otherwise, everything gets rushed too fast. Quarterback has to get rid of the ball too quick. And now Saguaro again is looking for an 11th person for their punt team and has to use a timeout. But it's difficult with these screens. I remember back when I was with the Dallas Cowboys, we literally spent one training camp, the entire training camp, trying to time out a screen, and we had 4 all-pro offensive linemen and Emmitt Smith, and we just never could do it. Difficult to do, especially when you're talking about an aggressive, talented defense like this Liberty Patriot team has.
You spent an entire training camp doing that?
Yeah, spent a lot of time all training camp.
Wow.
And just couldn't do it. So, again, sometimes it's one thing to draw it up on the whiteboard and you block this guy and you block this guy, and then to actually run it, especially when you got the athletes that Liberty does, very difficult to do.
So 4th down, Parker Lewis set to punt for Saguaro. Back to receive for the Patriots, Cervantes White. White's been playing cornerback here tonight, but he was an all-state second-team wide receiver last year. And he's got offers from Boise State, BYU, and Utah State as Lewis gets it away. Tell you what, the punters have gotten some generous rolls here tonight, both sides. And that one's going to get down at the 15-yard line.
Usually on artificial turf, every time the ball hits the ground, it's to the punter or kicker's advantage. On grass, it's 50-50.
A little more of a pot luck, huh?
You know, you talk about the Saguaro team and going to have a whole new look. Game 6 of the regular season, you got a bunch of players missing sitting out the first half of the season. The Hatton twins. We talked about Clayton Randall and how important he is. He'll be back from injury. Ironically enough, getting hurt playing baseball.
Look at this on the run. Tom Hoon, a big carry there for Liberty. And I don't see any penalty flags on the field, so how about that play right there? Actually, we do have a penalty flag. Check that as we take another look at the replay.
I don't know how many times they've run power. Vea pulling around from his left guard position, opening that hole. And I think if you're Liberty, you think we can just run this as many times as we possibly can and wear this team down, but looks like they're bringing it back.
So that long run by Ezra Tom Hoon is coming back. And it's going to get marked back at the 11-yard line. Clock continues to run. 6.5 minutes remain. Liberty leads by 10. So it's going to be first down once again for the Patriots. Hand off up the middle. Tom Hoon bounces out of there. The sophomore running back showing some toughness and versatility on that one.
Kind of frustrated with himself. Felt he could have gained a few more yards. Boy, when you talk about these running backs combined with that offensive line, 10 rushes. Boy, it seems like he's run for more yards than that, but some of those callback on penalties.
I'll tell you what, that's been a hard physical 17 yards. Had a touchdown in the first half. 2nd and 9. This time on the carry for the Patriots, number 14, Edward Gastelum.
Again, just counter, you're pulling that right guard. This time it's number 58, Mala Uia. Then you got the H-back following behind him, a form of counter. You got counter one way, power the other, then counter that way, power the other. And it is continue to hammer the ball at you.
3rd and 4, 5 minutes remain. Gastelum again, right side. Picks up the first down and more. So a big 3rd down conversion there for the Patriots. And that will move the chains as we're under 5 minutes remaining in your 4th quarter.
Again, this time you got 3 guys coming to the right, led by the left guard, Garrett Vea, the junior, 6'1", 250 pounds. Both these guards very athletic, both juniors, both bright futures ahead of them. There you see Garrett Vea.
He's got some size to him. 1st and 10. Liberty from the Saguaro. They're on 37. So a pickup of about 1 for Gastelum. But more importantly, the clock continues to run.
Well, the clock continues to run, and Saguaro's down to the 1 timeout. You wonder just how gassed they are as this Liberty team continues to pound the football at them, and a bunch of guys having to go both ways for the Sabercats.
Second and 8. Faoa. Hand off to Tom Hoon with the carry. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. 4 minutes remain.
Again, it's amazing to me how many sophomores we've seen tonight from Liberty who have made an impact in this game, and the futures that they have in front of them up there in Nevada.
And there was a good look right there at the defensive coordinator for the Sabercats, Jim Camarillo. I mean, yeah, Dale, not only are these teams good right now, they're going to be good for the next few years with all this young talent out there. And we got a timeout taken by Liberty with 3:29 remaining. 3rd and 7. Coach Morocco wants to talk things over.
Another thing I talked to Jason Mons about is, you win 5 straight state championships, and how do you get the kids motivated each and every year? I never won a state high school championship, win a Super Bowl, and then you come back and you realize how difficult it is to get geared up again, and then to do it a second time, third time, and now 5 times for Saguaro. And some of the things that he talked about were the high standards that the program has. He said no senior class wants to be the senior class that has it end with them. Got tough kids, and they work hard all off season. And again, you take a look at this game tonight. He looks back at last year's game against Liberty and how embarrassed they were, and he thought that spurred them on to get better as the season went along. It's a great measuring stick, because sometimes when you play teams that aren't as good as you, you get a little false sense of security, and this will allow them to go look at the film and see where they need to get better. But this definitely isn't a performance that you consider embarrassing if you're Saguaro. This is
not at all
a hard-fought, physical football team that you're playing, and you made a few too many mistakes against them.
So coming out of the timeout, 3rd and 7, 3:29 remains here in the 4th quarter. Taking a shot, has the receiver, first down Patriots. And it was Faoa finding his receiver, number 17, Mana Moniz.
Great play design. You fake the handoff. Saguaro thinking that you're going to continue to run the clock. Moniz finds a little hole in that zone. Back shoulder throw by Faoa. Boy, this Faoa kid has a chance to be a really, really good quarterback. You talk about that size and athleticism. I've seen a couple really nice throws.
And he's new to the program. Again, he just transferred in from Hawaii. Handoff again up the middle. And it is Tom Hoon once again. And Coach Morocco said he is just easing Faoa into this Liberty playbook. So he's only going to get more and more comfortable as the season rolls on for the Patriots. As we take a look right there at Seth Robinson in on the tackle. He's got offers from U of A, Louisville, Iowa State, amongst others.
Just see how athletic he is. A lot of plays tonight, and going to have its wear and tear playing against this offensive line all night long.
2nd and 9, 2:15 remaining, 4th quarter. Gastelum again up the middle. And Jason Mons can go ahead and call a timeout. Try to stop that clock with 2:10 remaining. And with that timeout, we'll take it as well. It's a Circle K Polar Pop timeout. Your cup, your rules. We'll be right back here on Game Time on Your View.
You're watching Game Time on Your View. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Hey Arizona, Circle K is home of the 89-cent any-size Polar Pop Foam Cup. Fill up the cup that stays cold longer with your favorite flavor and enjoy all day long. You can get any size Polar Pop Foam Cup for just 89 cents every day. That's right, any size Polar Pop Foam Cup for just 89 cents. Head to Circle K now and get a Polar Pop Cup and so much more, only at Circle K.
You're watching Game Time on Your View. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Welcome back, everybody. 22-12, Liberty with the lead, 2:10 remaining here in the 4th quarter. And let's now take a look at the play of the game, and it's going to be the interception in the end zone by Lehi Ausage, squashing the Sabercats' potential score.
Saguaro run a nice drive, turnover in the red zone, and Again, different complexion to the game if, in fact, Saguaro put points on the board on that drive.
So coming out of the Sabercats timeout, it's 3rd and 7 for the Patriots, who have the ball at the Saguaro 43-yard line. Just over 2 minutes remain. Gastelum takes the handoff. It gets tripped up. Great job there by Seth Robinson. Came in to trip up Gastelum, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Actually, that's Will Schaefer again, who's put himself together one heck of a football game today. We've seen him catch the ball, make tackles, blitz, be physical, run from sideline to sideline. Remember, he's only a junior.
So it's going to bring up 4th down. Clock continues to run. Timeout on the field. 1:25 remains. Impressive performance here by both teams. 22-12, Patriots with the lead. And talk about Saguaro Sabercats. They have 19 players with Division I offers, but how about Liberty? They've got 7 players that's got D1 offers, and right off the top there, Dale, a couple of the offensive linemen leading the way.
Yeah, those offensive tackles, they kind of fit that prototype. When Fadanu is 6'5", and then Yates is 6'4", and see the number of offers they have. We can see why tonight. And, well, we've talked about a number of those other players, and you can see why this Liberty football program continues to have success.
You saw Kyle Beaudry and Austin Fiaseo both committed to UNLV, so they'll be staying at home to play their college ball. 4th and 9. And that was Victor Epstein, the junior, coming in with the pass that will fall incomplete. Epstein, 4.0 GPA. Also part of the basketball team there at Liberty. Sabercats will take over from their own 45-yard line with 1:19 remaining.
But remember, high school football clock stops obviously when you go out of bounds. Clock stops with first downs, incomplete passes. So you almost have a little bit more time than you do in the National Football League if you're used to watching that.
Sabercats go trips to the right, 2 receivers up top. Beverett by himself in shotgun. He fires in and out of the hands of Braden Green, and coming up with the interception for the Patriots. Looks like it's number 6, Dante Bowers.
What great concentration by Bowers, coming up to make the tackle, and next thing you know, hey, the ball's in my hand, and what great reaction, quickness, able to hang on to the football.
Looky what I found, right in his lap.
Got to be very impressed with this Liberty football team. And now we have Bishop Gorman next week.
Next week, they're at Centennial, so back-to-back Nevada teams.
Be interesting to see Bishop Gorman, because I tell you what, I really like this Liberty football team. And as long as they can stay healthy, those sophomores are only going to get better as the season goes along. Remember, this is their first game. You got to think that those skill guys are going to continue to improve, and Faoa will improve.
Now remember, we touched on at the top of the broadcast, Liberty in the last 7 years has been to 3 state finals, 4 semifinals. 6 of those times they've been knocked out by Bishop Gorman. Well, one of the nation's top programs will be in town next week. We just talked about it. Bishop Gorman Gales from Las Vegas They will travel to Arizona to take on Centennial, which should be a great matchup. Bishop Gorman has won 16 Nevada State Championships, including a nation best 9 straight, and has a record of 154-9 since 2007. Centennial, they're no slouch either, having won 6 state titles of their own, including 3 of the past 4. The Coyotes made a big splash nationally last year when they defeated then number 12 nationally, Fort Lauderdale St. Thomas Aquinas. Tune into YourView Cox Channel 4 or online at yourview.com for all the action, starting at 7 p.m. next Friday night.
Well, I know one thing that Noah Faoa will get better at, and that's taking a knee to end the game in a victory. As he looked around confused as the play clock's running down instead of just taking a knee. And
I think Coach Morocco will accept those kind of mistakes with the way the rest of the night has gone. And as the clock winds down, that will do it. And it is the Liberty Patriots from Henderson, Nevada. They come here to Scottsdale and they take down the Saguaro Sabercats, 5-time reigning state champions in 4A by a score of 22-12. So the Liberty Patriots, their first game of the season, they hit the road from Nevada. They come in town, they get the victory over the Sabercats by a score of 22-12. We'll be back with final thoughts when we come back. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona. We'll be right back.
Tonight's Game Time Player of the Game is sponsored by Smash Burger, the new way to burger. For more Game Time high school football coverage, check out yourview.com.
50 years ago, President Johnson signed a bill that continues to impact our lives to this day.
The signing of the Colorado River Basin Project Act was the result of tenacious Arizonans. They had a steadfast vision that water security and stability were critical to ensuring Arizona's future. The result is what we know today as the Central Arizona Project.
Through 336 miles of aqueduct and pipelines, CAP provides water to 80% of the state's population, only made possible by a hard-fought battle in Washington 50 years ago.
In Arizona, this act led to one of the world's great engineering marvels. You can even see it from outer space. That's quite an accomplishment. We are watching history made every day, and we are making history ourselves, and that's really something to celebrate.
Here's to the leaders who drafted and fought for the act, the president who signed it into a law, and Central Arizona Project, who keeps the water flowing.
Coming back to school is a big decision, but at AAI, we're with you every step of the way.
We offer career-focused education, and we work with you from the day you enroll through graduation
to help you reach the ultimate goal of moving into the career you deserve.
Don't be afraid to try something new, to try something different. You will set an example for your family, for your children. It's never too late to start a new career.
Check us out at aai.edu.
Or call now and come visit our campus.
You're watching Game Time on YourView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Scottsdale, Arizona, and it is the Liberty Patriots from Henderson, Nevada. They come in and get the 22-12 victory over the Sabercats. As we see Saguaro head coach Jason Mons having a little chat with his guys. What do you think his message is here?
Well, again, I obviously much improved from last year when they played this Liberty team. Obviously, it looks like we're going to stay together, take care of little things. At the end of the day, they made mistakes, and some of those mistakes are very, very correctable. They played a really, really good football team, who I think you're going to hear about a lot as this season goes along in the Liberty Patriots.
And there are the Liberty Patriots right there. And here's tonight's Smashburger player of the game. Smashburger the new way to burger, and it is the junior quarterback, Noah Faoa. He is our Smashburger player of the game.
Made some really nice throws, made some nice reads, and again, one of those young kids who you can see so much potential in him, and as this season goes along, I think he's just going to continue to grow and get better for this Liberty football team.
Well, we saw he's a dual threat quarterback. He can run it, he can sling it as well. Smashburger player of the game, Noah Faoa. And let's now take a look at the final stats from this one. Liberty again with the victory by a score of 22-12. Let's take a look and see how they got it done.
Yeah, you just look at the total plays and at the domination there, even though they had more penalties than Saguaro did. See the passing yards, the rushing yards, and the first downs, which led to time of possession, and you kind of just continue to beat on a defense when you're as big up front as Liberty is. We talked about it throughout the game from left to right. They're, 275, 250, 305, 270, 275. All a little bit nasty and like to come off the football. And that can wear on you if your offense can't keep you off the field for a little bit. And Liberty's able to accomplish their goal this evening.
Well, it was our season opener here on Game Time on Your View, Arizona, and it is Liberty Patriots from Henderson, Nevada, getting the victory of the Saguaro Sabercats. 22-12 is the final. And a look at our game next week. Another Nevada team, Bishop Gorman, comes in to take on Centennial. Well, for our talented crew behind the scenes and for my partner Dale Hellestray, I am Chris Harris saying thank you so much for tuning in and watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona. We'll see you next week. Until then, have a great weekend, everybody.
Game Time High School football coverage on Your View has been sponsored by Arizona Automotive Institute. Turn your dreams into reality with career training from AAI. By Circle K. It's time for a Circle K Polar Pop timeout. Your cup, your rules. Valle Luna, proud supporter of scholar athletes in Arizona. And by Smashburger, the new way to burger. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.
What is Valle Luna Mexican